My most anticipated game right now, without a doubt, is Horizon Forbidden West. It has been 4 years since the original now, and Guerrilla Games has been working on the sequel ever since, or actually way before that point. I will touch on that in this video, some potential Horizon VR rumors, news stories since the announcement, but I mostly will go over what is going on with this game, because we have not heard anything since the reveal back in June 2020. Now we even have rumors that the game might be delayed to 2022, so can we trust that though? Really a ton to go over in this week's Sunday Your Game show. I'll of course answer one of your questions at the end of the video as well, so a like on the video would really help me out. And let's go. You can win Horizon Forbidden West or any other upcoming game via my current Sunday video giveaway, and you can enter via the link in the pinned comment, and only a subscriber of the channel can win. So good luck, and I will email the winner when the giveaway is over. Some people reached out about a recent rumor stating that Forbidden West would be delayed to 2022. So this comes from a tweet from Anton. It's Russian, but if we translate it, it basically says, I would add Horizon to that list, referring to a list of 2021 games that are being delayed to 2022. Okay, so why is this kind of a big deal? Well, because Anton was the first to talk about a Horizon PC version all the way back in December 2019. He did say that it was going to be revealed in February 2020, which of course did not end up happening, like we learned about it way later in the year, and then it released on August 7th, 2020. Things could have changed, of course, thanks to the pandemic basically shifting everything, also all the announcements in 2020. But yeah, the fact still remains that he likely has sources at Sony or Guerrilla Games, so with him like implying that it might be delayed, there might be some credence to it. But yeah, it still sounds like speculation on his part. Many games are getting delayed, so it kinda makes sense that Horizon will follow suit. But I don't think it's the plan just yet. Sony actually confirmed the same week that this rumor started that Horizon 2 is still on track for late 2021, with PlayStation CEO Jim Ryan saying that he felt good about the sequel's chances of releasing this year. But yeah, no denying that the release has been pushed already behind the scenes. Sony back in November last year communicated a second half of 2021 release window, but that now turned into late 2021, as we also see in this recent Instagram ad. And as showed you last week during the end of the video, Jason Schreier, who of course has his sources, notes that Horizon actually already got delayed too. And yeah, that's kinda not that weird, because you would think that 4 years for a sequel is enough time, right? Or, I say 4 years, they were actually already working on Horizon 2 way before the original launched. I remember being at Guerrilla for a Horizon Zero Dawn review event in Amsterdam and having an interview with John Gonzalez, the narrative director on the game, and after the interview he immediately had to go into a meeting. He was busy with something while the game had already gone gold, and we were just a few weeks away from launch. Well, we now know, looking at his LinkedIn page, that he actually started working on Forbidden West in July 2016. So half a year before Zero Dawn launched. And seems like he finished his work in June 2020, after which he announced to be leaving for a Spanish developer to work on another new open world IP. But yeah, the key takeaway is that he likely finished his work, so the main story, the writing, in June 2020 already. He notes that he created the game's story, major characters, designing the narrative flow of the main quest beat by beat. He collaborated intensively with design to unite narrative and gameplay, and with art to realize the game's new tribes and key locations. And we of course already saw one of the new hostile tribes in the trailer, and also, and I still think that this is the Utaru picking up the carrot here. We already saw them in the first game, but did not learn a lot about them. But yeah, I'm sure there will be way more tribes that we never heard of before. In terms of key locations, we of course already saw the port of San Francisco, the Golden Gate Bridge, and John also mentions that he wrote key cinematics, conversations, and other content. Like, I would not be surprised if the initial plan was to release Horizon 2 in like early 2021, spring 2021, because that would be similar to what we saw with Horizon Zero Dawn, where he was finished 6 months before the game came out, and now he finished in June 2020. But yeah, then of course the pandemic hit, forcing everyone to work from home, Motion capture was basically impossible. We did get a small behind the scenes look at the Forbidden West motion capture, but not sure if this was like recorded before the pandemic. But yeah, of course, everything slowed down, so the development for this game too. And they did announce that they will have fewer PC updates, so the team can really focus on the Forbidden West. Like, I think getting this game out this year is really the main priority over there. Also because that seems to be the only big Sony game after Ratchet. Gran Turismo got delayed already to 2022. And yeah, God of War was of course never realistic. The PlayStation 5 will sell out no matter what, but I do think Sony wants to have a big game this holiday to go up against Halo Infinite from Xbox. Otherwise, the Xbox Series X and S kind of have the stage for themselves. But yeah, everything can happen this year, but I really think they will try their best to get the game out in 2021, but it's likely going to be November if anything. With maybe a new trailer during a big summer Sony event, like that's what I'm thinking right now. Or it could also be even closer to launch. Ghost of Tsushima really showed that you don't need hands-on previews. Like, nobody played the game before release, but it was still successful. We got a state of play out of nowhere on May 14th, with the game then launching 2 months later, and that is like when the sort of marketing campaign for that game started. So I can totally see a similar blowout closer to launch when they are sure they can hit the November window instead of the many trailers that we saw for the original. And maybe we get an announcement for a Horizon VR game too. We namely got new rumors coming from developer Firesprite behind VR games like Persistence and actually co-creators of Wipeout and Playroom VR. They're now working on a VR action adventure project adapted from one of the most original and successful multi-million selling console IP titles in the last 10 years. Okay, another open position for a lead producer notes that you'll be partnering with the IP holder to create a whole new chapter in the exciting and highly original universe they have established, utilizing the full immersive capabilities in VR to build a new narrative for fans and newcomers alike. Sure, this could be anything, but Horizon totally fits that, and it also would make a ton of sense. You've likely heard that Sony announced a new VR headset, right? And a Horizon title around launch or in the launch window would be huge. And seems like Guerrilla already got their hands full with Forbidden West, and we know they're doing a potential multiplayer game too. So why not give the IP to another studio with more VR experience so they can make a Horizon VR game instead? I would totally be down for that, and that is really what the PlayStation VR was lacking. New entries in Sony's big first-party franchises, so I can totally see this happen. And as you might know, Guerrilla has been moving into this huge new office in Amsterdam. We actually got a brand new look at it. I think this is likely where you enter the building, and they got this stalker keeping an eye out for intruders, and during night it will turn invisible and then surprise unwanted guests. Not sure about the last part, but it looks awesome. Of course, thanks to the success of the first game and the huge franchise potential, they're like growing big time, so that's really awesome to see. Hope we see the start of this new chapter for Horizon soon. In the meantime though, where's that Horizon PS5 patch? Like, my PC can run this game 60 FPS. I know my PS5 can do it too. But why am I not allowed to do that? Maybe they're too focused on the Forbidden West. But I really hope that we're seeing like a PS5 patch soon. I just don't hope that it's like a Spider-Man remastered situation where it's like $20 on top of the Forbidden West to get the remastered Horizon Zero Dawn game. Hope we like see it before that, because it would actually be fun to replay Horizon with enhancements on PS5 before Forbidden West comes out, especially if we're waiting till November. What you can do though to make the wait a little less painful is check out the comics. I actually got a ton of the covers here. I love the looks. Yeah, I can show you them all, but they're really, really cool. And what's the most awesome part about this is that this story continues after the main game. So where in the main game you of course go back to before that last mission. Here we actually party. Here, they're celebrating. Finally, we get some celebration. Aloy, by the way, immediately leaving. So there's like a really cool story. Volume 1 is now out as well. It's like more convenient. It's like one book. Volume 2 should be coming as well. So I think it's not that expensive either. Totally a fun story if you're into Horizon. And you also get a new look at those new machines already. So, I'm starving right here for new Horizon stuff. I also got my Thunderjaw Funko there chilling in the background. Let's hope we get some more Forbidden West stuff soon. And let me know your hype level for the Forbidden West, of course, in the comments down below. And you can also leave a question in the comments down below that I might answer in the next Sunday video. And this time we got a question from Nini Rouse asking, what other melee weapons could we get in Forbidden West? We must take into consideration that Aloy is not only fighting humans, but also machines. So how can it affect the melee combat mechanics? What weapons, overall upgrades, and things would we like to see in Forbidden West? And I really think that one of the key improvements for the combat will be melee, because only having a spear again would be kind of a letdown, right? It was okay. I would have loved to see more in Horizon Zero Dawn already, but fine, first game. Now in the next game we want like a bigger arsenal, and actually job listings already hinted at multiple melee weapons that we could see. And we actually see that new hostile tribe in the trailer already have some interesting weapons, like these sort of cannon claws that we might be able to use, or axes, a scythe. So I totally think that we might be able to use some of those weapons. They of course have to be like, yeah, they have to make sense for that world. And we already saw that in the main game too, where we could actually like pick up like a sort of machine gun from a bandit, or in the Frozen Wilds we also got the flamethrower from one of the sort of captain enemies. So I totally think that looking at the enemies might give us an idea of what type of melee weapons we can expect. I really hope like sort of faster weapons and like really close range. I think like claws would be really awesome. Yeah, what else? Like I think maybe looking at Monster Hunter can already give us an idea, because Monster Hunter of course really focused on melee combat, and of course Horizon takes some cues from Monster Hunter. So I'm really curious what they kind of show, and that's why the first trailer did not really do a lot for what new stuff can we expect, right? It was really, hey, Aloy using the Nora Brave armor. I'm sure there are new armor sets, so I hope future trailers reveal more about the density of the game. I really can't wait. When we know more, I'll of course let you know here, so totally subscribe for everything on Horizon Forbidden West. Although again, we will likely have to wait a little longer before a new news blowout. A like on the video would of course really help me out. And totally check out my previous video on Horizon Forbidden West and other upcoming open world games that I think you might like. You can watch it by clicking on the screen. For now, I will speak to you next time, and goodbye.